Imagine it's midnight. You are in a rowboat, soaked to the bone, in the coldest ocean on Earth. Suddenly, you see a clearing, in the storm clouds above. A line of white light. You scream to your crew, the sky is clearing. But a moment later, you realize, that's not the sky. It's the white foam crest of a single wave. A rogue wave, 80 feet high, stretching from horizon to horizon. This isn't a movie. This happened to Ernest Shackleton in 1916. And if you think the Drake Passage is scary on a cruise ship, he was about to cross it in a 22-foot lifeboat. Here is the math of death. Shackleton's ship, the Endurance, had been crushed by ice. He and 5 men were stranded on Elephant Island, a frozen rock with no food. Their only hope, South Georgia Island. To get there, they had to cross 800 miles of the Scotia Sea, the same violent current system that powers the Drake Passage. Their vessel was the James Caird. It was a glorified rowboat. The ship's carpenter, Chippy McNeish, had improvised a deck using canvas and frozen seal blood to seal the cracks. Inside, for sleeping bags made of reindeer fur that were shedding hair and soaking up freezing water like sponges. Outside had furious 50s winds that never stopped blowing. For 16 days, they didn't just sail. They fought a war against the ocean. The waves in this part of the world don't just go up and down, they collide. The currents are so chaotic they toss 20,000-ton ships around. The James Caird was tossed like a cork. They had to navigate using a sextanta tool that requires you to see the sun. But the sky was overcast for weeks. If their calculation was off by even 1 degree, they would miss the island and be swept out into the Atlantic to slowly die of thirst. They were violently seasick, they were frostbitten, and they were running out of water. Their tongues swelled so much they could barely whisper. Then came the rogue wave, Shackleton later wrote. During 26 years of the ocean, I have not encountered a wave so gigantic. They desperately bailed water with cooking pots. They survived by mere minutes. On the 17th day, they saw black cliffs, South Georgia, but the ocean wasn't done. A hurricane hit them right as they tried to land. For 9 hours, they held their position against hurricane-force winds, just feet from jagged rocks that would have shredded the boat. Finally, the wind died. They surfed a wave onto the beach. They collapsed on the sand, drank from a stream, and slept. They had completed the greatest small boat journey in maritime history. Not a single man died. So, the next time you complain about a bumpy flight, remember the 6 men who rode through the Drake's Fury in a bathtub. Would you get in the boat? Let me know in the comments.